Yo, what's up? I went ahead and level 70 my Ming Shuo on my main account, mainly for point war, and his stats are insanely high. Almost 10,000 attack, but surprisingly, he is also really good in BeatBout as well at level 70. The teams that I usually go against is CLEAVE teams, and this is the team that I usually go for. I go for Wenlock just for more damage on Ming Shuo, but unfortunately, the reason why he is usable in BeatBout is because of a bug. Right now, there is a bug with Eugene where she can grant 2 turns instead of 1 turn when she uses her S3 if the enemy is at 100% AP as well. When Eugene casts her S3, she's gonna boost Ming Shuo to 100% but also the enemy Chu Yao as well. So when 2 units are at 100% AP, he gets to move, Chu Yao moves, and then he gets another turn. You'll see in a bit. Now this team does not have a 100% win rate. You can sometimes still lose, but the odds of you winning is much higher than losing. Okay, we lost this time. Look at Ming Shuo's damage, 800,000. Alright, so first turn is going to go to Lu Sheng, and then my Eugene is going to move. She's going to cast her S3 right here. Boom. AP boost my Ming Shuo. Ming Shuo gets a turn, Chu Yao takes the turn, and then Ming Shuo gets another turn. And then you hope for the best, and you crit. Oh, we didn't crit on CLEAVE. That's the reason why we lost. If you don't crit them and you don't kill CLEAVE, then you're kinda screwed because you don't have any healers in this team except for Everett. So you just gotta hope and pray that you kill off CLEAVE with all crits. And there we go, we won. So 500,000 this time because we managed to kill everyone off. He's good against CLEAVE because he does ignore defense, but he needs to take turns, which again, with this bug, you can actually take 2 turns, so you can stack up the defense and ignore twice, right? There we go, we managed to kill CLEAVE with just 2 hits. Now you don't want to go against Momo teams because when you get a turn with your Eugene, she's gonna get counted. Even though she's doing this action during her turn, right? So yeah, don't go against Momo teams. Alright, we have another CLEAVE team but with an attack lead. The problem is, if I don't push the Chu Yao to 100% AP, then my Ming Shuo will not get double turn. So I'm not sure if this is gonna work or not. Let's just give it a go. Okay, nice, we still win. 430,000. Let's see if they are not running speed lead. Is it enough to boost Chu Yao to 100% AP? Okay, it is enough. So my Ming Shuo still gets double turn right there. Alright, I don't know if this is gonna work or not against a Wu Yu team. I'm just gonna give it a try. Okay, no. 800,000 damage though. Alright, let's see what went wrong here. Okay, he does the AoE but he does no damage at all. So against a Wu Yu team, you just can't do enough damage. And you also take true damage whenever you AoE. Really close though. I think I only lost because Nathaniel one-shot me. Let's see. Yeah, Nathaniel one-shot me. I almost won against a Wu Yu team. Not bad. Also in BeatBout, you never want to go up against Ggez because Ggez will do true damage to you and just kill you off. She does not care about your invincibility at all. Okay, the enemy is running HP lead, also with level 70 CLEAVE, but only D5. I want to see if I can still do enough damage to kill him off. Also, I forgot to mention, you're running Everett here because you want to get guaranteed crits for your Ming Shuo, just to make sure that he kills off CLEAVE. Nice! Even with HP lead, we can still one-shot. Not bad. Double turn on Ming Shuo. We should one-shot everyone. If you proc a counter, that is even better. Nice. We didn't even crit all of the hits and we still one-shot the CLEAVE. Okay, attack lead, but he has a really high reso Zihi. That might be a problem. Also level 70 CLEAVE, but D5. Nice. The win rate is really high against CLEAVE teams, but the problem is, once again, you are relying on a bug. If they don't have a Chu Yao and you cannot AP boost them to 100%, this team is not going to work, because the only reason why this team works is because my Ming Shuo can get 2 turns in a row. That way he can use S2 into S3. If you can't AP boost the enemy to 100% at the same time where your Ming Shuo gets the turn with Eugene's S3, then you're not going to get double turns. And that's going to take a huge toll on the win rate of this team. Alright, so here's an example. There's no Chu Yao in the enemy team, which means when my Eugene casts her S3, my Ming Shuo will not get a double turn. So I need to run an Abigail in the team. But there is a Chu Yao, so he's going to AP push me back, which can be a problem. So I don't think I'm going to win against this team, but I'm just going to give it a try. Yeah, we lost. So if the enemy does not have a Chu Yao, the win rate for this team is going to be a lot lower, because you can't get double turns with Ming Shuo, especially when there's a Iki as well, right? You cannot get the turns properly. See, I got AP push back right there, and boom, I can't one-shot the CLEAVE because the condition for Ming Shuo to ignore defense is for him to take multiple turns without the enemy taking a single turn. If the enemy cuts in between your turns, then you cannot ignore defense. Okay, this team is interesting. There's a Chu Yao, there's a Iki, but there's no Lu Sheng. I don't know if this is gonna work or not. I'm still able to get double turns with Ming Shuo right here, but I don't know if that Icky is going to screw me up or not. Okay, we won. Not bad. 546,000. Also, if you're running Suizai without Lu Shang, you can still get like clapped by tank teams because he's not gonna do enough damage. Okay, let's see if we can still one-shot. The Icky did push me back. Even without attack buff, we managed to one-shot everyone. Okay, against this team again. Let's just go in. We should win. So far, the win rate is like 90 to 100%. I'm just gonna refresh one time just to see how well this team can deal against Suizai. So far, the win rate is really high. It's about like 90 to 100%, right? We only lost once. Look at average damage. 300,000. What the heck happened here? And it seems like we only lose if we cannot one-shot Suizai, which is very low chance. If you don't create like maybe 2 out of 3 of the hits, then you're not gonna one-shot him. The reason why you're not creating Suizai is because of Lian. When Lian has the bubble up, she will give you 15% miss rate debuff, which there's nothing you can do about that. So you have like maybe a 15% chance to lose against a Suizai team. Specifically this type of Suizai team, right? Where there's a Chuyao. If there's no Chuyao, you need to reconstruct your team a little bit. You cannot just run this team because you won't get the double turns. We win again. So far, the win rate is pretty much 100%. Another Suizai team, but this one is only level 60, so we're just gonna skip him. Okay, another level 70 Suizai team. We lost, okay. 2 losses so far, and I think it's gonna be the same reason as the first one as well, where we don't crit on Suizai. We did crit, but he got revived. Okay, so if Suizai is in the front line, he's gonna get revived by Lian. So if the enemy runs an attack lead instead of a speed lead, that can also be a problem because Lian's priority to revive is from left to right, right? If everyone dies, she's going to revive the one in the leftmost spot. I'm gonna go one more time. Yeah, we lost. Okay, so if they run attack lead, it can be a little bit more problematic to deal with. Okay, one last try against this attack lead Suizai team. Boom. And this time we won. Okay, let's see what the difference is. I think this time around we managed to kill off Suizai twice. Maybe we crit all of the hits, or we managed to kill off Lian before we kill off Suizai. So we managed to not crit on one of the hits on Suizai. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. So we killed off Lian before we killed off Suizai, I think, which is why he couldn't revive. So yeah, that's about it for level 70 Ming Shuo. You can still win against a level 60 Suizai, and if you have a level 60 Ming Shuo as well. But the only way that you can consistently win against a level 70 Suizai is with your level 70 Ming Shuo. Again, with this team, the only reason why he has a really good win rate against a Suizai team is because of a bug on Eugene, right? The double turn that you get from Ming Shuo's S3 makes it possible for you to stack up Ming Shuo's defense ignore and one-shot the enemy team. Without it, you will not have enough damage to one-shot an enemy Suizai. So yeah, that's about it. Ciao.